Hi, I'm Clarke Jones with the Stratford Gazebo, and today is Teacher Tuesday, and I'm here with Mr. David. Mr. David, when did you leave France to come to the U.S., and where did you live in France?
I left France in October 2017, four years ago. My wife is from Nashville, Tennessee, and she wanted to go back home because she stayed in France for about 8 years, and it was time for her to come back and spend more time with her family. So I came with her.
And when you lived in France, where did you live?
In my in different places, but for the most part in Lille, my hometown, which is northern France, which is about 2 hours outside Paris, north.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And do you prefer living in France or the United States now that you've had time to adjust?
Well, my home is France, so France will always come first, but I really like my experience here in the US.
So we know you've been to Macon, Georgia, but have you been to Macon, France?
Never.
Never?
But I know for a fact it's a really nice city and the wine is beautiful.
What brought you to Stratford?
Job. There was an opening. I applied and I was successful enough to get the job, thanks to Miss Ferrari.
Is it true that you worked in a prison?
True. For about 3 months. It was in 2016, a year before I moved to the US. It was an opportunity, and I say why not? And I loved my experience there. It was different. Did I do in prison? Teaching French, because some inmates come from all around Europe and did bad things, got arrested in France, and they were waiting for judgment, the court, and they had to be able to buy cigarettes and food. I mean, treats. Stuff like that to make their life a little bit more better. They need to work in a prison, chores or produce things. But if they can't understand the language, they cannot communicate. So they stay in their cell and can get money for that. So that's why they need to learn French to be able to participate and work within the prison.
What has been your favorite thing that you've experienced in the United States so far?
Landscapes, the beauty of your country, the space, the wildness. Yeah, that's the first thing that I put into my mind. The people as well. I mean, here in Stratford, at least, or Macon, they have been treating me really well, so I'm glad.
What has been the hardest adjustment from moving to France to the United States?
Well, the culture, the language, accent, the rhythm, missing my friends and family. Like sometimes wanting to be, sharing. It's difficult to share what I live here with my family and friends because we live in different world. So that's was the hardest part of the first month, first year here.
Plan to stay in the United States or move back to France or somewhere different?
We will move back to France eventually. I don't know when, but not until not now. I mean, not in a hurry, but we will definitely go back to France. Yep. So I'm married, and we have a daughter. She is 2.5 years old. She was born in Memphis, Tennessee, and she goes to daycare. And and
can she speak both French and English?
She speaks mostly English because environment, but I speak to her only in French, and she understands everything I say, and she knows a lot of words. But whenever we go back to France for summer vacation, she switched to French altogether. It's just impressive. I wish all my students could switch to French like my daughter does.